guys, so we're gonna get right into it. I am using the Tarte Shape Tape to prime my lids. I have been loving this lately as a eye primer instead of using a regular eye primer because I feel like it covers the entire lid. There is no other pigmentation showing through and it works as a really great base. So I'm using my finger to basically blend it onto my lid, make sure there's no creasing, no lines, and everything is smooth and as flawless as possible. Then I'm going in using some tape just to get a nice little shape going for my eyes. I want this to be really sharp and to have a really dramatic effect to it, so I'm going to be adding the tape. And then I'm going into my Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, and I'm taking the shade Bay, and I'm taking a Scone Cosmetics blending brush and just setting my entire lid everywhere we put that concealer to make sure that it is no longer tacky and just nice and smooth, and we have a nice base to work off of. Then I'm reaching for the shade Sandalwood, and I'm using my Sigma Beauty E40 blending brush. I'm really in love with this brush right now. So I'm taking it into my crease and I'm blending it towards the outer corner and up towards my brow bone. And we're just going to spend our time blending it nice to get a very soft little gradient. And this is a great transitional color. I'm really obsessed with using this shade lately for pretty much every single look. Then I'm going into the shade Henna, and I'm taking a Smashbox tapered blending brush. I don't really know where else you can get this besides buying their double exposure or full exposure palette. So I'm taking this into my crease and my outer corner. I'm not going quite as high as I did that transitional shade, but I'm blending it nicely into it to make sure that it's smooth and flawless. We want a really nice gradient with this look. And then I'm taking the shade Man Eater on my Sigma E70 medium angled shading brush. And I'm taking that tight to the crease and to the outer corner. We're really building up that color and making a really nice gradient. Then I'm going into the shade Bossy with a Sigma E30 pencil brush, and I'm basically just adding some depth to the outer corner, making kind of like a V shape to my crease and my outer corner on my lid, and blending it ever so slightly onto the lid, maybe just like the last quarter of it, and very lightly into the crease so that we can have a nice little cut look once we do the next couple steps. And sorry that my voice is so cracky and weird right now. I literally just woke up, so I'm trying my hardest to talk like a normal human being. And next I went into the shade Cocoa with that same Sigma, oh my god, Sigma E30 blending pencil brush. Jeez, I'm just not in my game this morning. And I'm just blending that even darker on the outer corner. I'm just heavily focusing it on the outer corner, as you can see. And then I'm going back with my Tarte Shape Tape and putting a little bit of concealer on my lid. I'm using a Vasanti Eyeshadow 2 brush. This brush is very much like a concealer brush. So really any flat, pointy brush that you want to use to cut out your crease, you can do so. I am taking this and ever so slightly raising it above my lid. Upon watching the video footage, I wish I would have taken it a lot higher than I did, but it works. It is what it is, and I learned a lesson. So I'm taking this and cutting out my crease, and I'm just making sure that it is smooth, taking my time to really make that shape. You can do this too, it's so easy. It's just about being patient and taking your time and drawing this out. And then once that's completely drawn out, I just take my finger to pat it and blend it into that outer corner color, but we're going to try to stay away from that outer corner as much as we can, making sure it's blended, not creasing, and it's flawless and smooth. Then going into my Huda Beauty palette, again, I'm taking the shade Moon Dust with that same Vasanti brush, and I'm basically just topping it right over everywhere that I put that concealer, and making sure that it's completely covered, there's no tackiness showing, and everything is nice and blended, keeping it along the same lines that we cut the crease. And I'm leaving out just a little bit towards the end because I'm going to be adding another color, and I'm going to be adding the shade Angelic just right in between the Moon Dust and the outer dark colors of the corner to add a nice little blended gradient. Then I went back into the shade Man Eater and sort of used my E30 pencil brush to blend into Angelic ever so slightly, just so that it has a smooth and flawless transition. And I use like little swiping, patting motions very, very, very carefully and very light-handedly. And then I just went back into the shade Cocoa with that same brush, and I just darkened it up a little bit too. And then I'm taking my ever so favorite, I don't even know, my very favorite liner right now, which is the Tarteist Double Take Liner. This is just the easiest liner I have ever found to do wing liner, and I'm like in love with it. This is my second one. I just discovered it like a month or so or two ago. But I'm basically just creating a wing and using the tape to guide me. You guys, this is going to give you the sharpest line, and it's going to make your liner or your lining days so much easier than they have been if you start doing it like this. So you can be as messy basically as you want to, and you can take it as high or as thick or as big as you want to. It's up to you, but I like to do a dramatic wing for this look. So I'm basically just filling all this in and lining my eyes with this liner. Once I feel like it was filled in enough, I just peeled back the tape, and you can see that nice sharp line. And then I'm taking some mascara. This is a Lancome mascara. Let me see. I have it right here. I don't even remember what it's called, but yeah, I'm using that. I don't even know. But I'm using that, and I'm applying it to my lashes. And then I'm taking some Ardell Mega Volume 250 lashes for some drama, and then I'm just blending those back in. I'm kind of anywhere there's like extra glue you might see, I'm just topping some liner over top to help blend them in. That is a trick and tip that I can give you guys to help blend in your faux lashes. Now I'm going back to that palette using the shade Man Eater, and I'm using a Sigma E70 medium angled shading brush to line my lash line with and sort of smoke out the lower lash line. And then we are going to be taking a pencil brush, the E30 pencil brush, and we're going to use the shade Cocoa to make it just a little bit darker towards the outer corner and center of the lower lash line. And then I'll pop on some mascara after that, and we'll be all set. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have been figuring out my lighting and stuff, so let me know what you think down below in the comments. I've been trying to get everything smooth and flawless as possible for filming, and I feel like I'm onto something. Make sure that you click that subscribe button down below to give this video a big thumbs up. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.